Welcome, sports fans. This is Stephen Willis for Utah Valley Sports Network here at the Brent Brown Ballpark in Orem, the home of the Orem Owlz, the Pioneer League affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Tonight they'll be playing host to the Idaho Falls Chuckers. The Chuckers come in with a 8-8 record. The Chuckers come into this game with a 9-9 record, and the Orem Owlz 8-10, having lost 6 straight. So they're hungry for a victory here in the Battle of the Birds tonight in Orem. The Owls and the Chuckers. Get to the starting lineups. In the outfield for the Owls, playing at second base is Taylor Lindsay. Left field is Ryan Jones. The DH, CJ Crone. Caleb Coward is at third base. Francis Larson is at catcher. Jared Yakubik is the first baseman. Trevor Haregrove is the shortstop. Drew Martinez, the center fielder, and Andrew Ray is the left fielder. And pitching for the Owls is Logan Odom. Odom is the right-hander. First pitch of the game's in there for a strike, and the lineup looks like this for the Chuckers. Left fielder Tyler Chisholm is leading off. Second baseman Louis Peterson. The second baseman will bat second. Dean Espy will be the DH, and that one is hit out of the park right off the bat. On the 0-1 pitch to Chisholm. Chisholm hits his first home run of the year, and right off the bat, Chuckers with a 1-0 lead. Before I even get settled in my seat, and the Chuckers lead it 1-0 with nobody out. That'll bring up Louis Peterson, and that was Taylor Chisholm, the left fielder, who parked that over the left field fence. Second pitch of the game, and it's out of here. 1-0 Chuckers. The Owls have really been struggling this past week on the road. The first game back at home. That one's in there for a strike. 0-2 to Peterson. Peterson comes in with a .286 batting average with 4 RBIs, no home runs. That one's an inside and backs him up. The DH is on deck. That's Dean Espy. Batting cleanup at first base, Henry Marino. Batting fifth, Mark Kreselkeld, the third baseman. Rooney Davis, the right fielder. There's the hit over to Haregrove, and he throws him out from shortstop. So there's one down. Batting 7 is Darian Sandford. The catcher, Lance Harper, is batting 8th, and Michael Liberto is the shortstop, batting 9th. And pitching for the Chuckers will be Brian Peacock. So with 1 down and 1 in, batting third is Dean Espy, the DH. He comes in hitting .305 with 5 RBIs and a home run. Idaho Falls now has a 1-game lead ahead of the Owls. They've had like I said, they had a rough road trip. Pitch by Odom is over for a strike. 2 balls and a strike with 1 out to Espy. Nobody on, with the Chuckers leading 1-0. Top of the first inning. That one's hit high. Second baseman will call it. And Taylor Lindsay makes the play. It's 2 out. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Henry Marino. The Owls have had pretty good success hitting and scoring runs. They just had a rough time with their pitching. One of those 6 losses was a 13-12, 15-inning affair that they lost in the bottom of the 15th with their shortstop, Hairgrove, on the mound for 1 inning. He gave up the home run, and that one is hit high and deep, back to the warning track. Looks up, makes the catch at the warning track in left field. And Jones comes down with it, and it is end of the first half of the top of the inning, the first inning. Chuckers lead at 1-0, and the Owls coming up here in the bottom of the first inning with Lindsay, Jones, and Crone due up.
For their Canadian Four Corners Pitch Program. Take a look at the video board and check out the amount totaled so far this year. Want to see a home run this year? Well, Texas Roadhouse is done with the Orem Owlz Club to support children in Utah County. For every home run, Texas Roadhouse.
So if you had a chance to watch Utah Valley Sports Network on YouTube and enjoy what you see from the Orem Owlz, join us this fall and winter as we go to high school football and basketball and continue our tradition of Utah Valley sports. On a Friday night, not a huge crowd yet, but usually takes a little while for the fans to get here on a weekday. So usually you see in a couple of innings if the crowd starts to get bigger here. On the mound tonight, Logan Odom, he comes in for the Owls. He comes in with no record, no ERA. He started 2 games and pitched 6 innings. So Taylor Lindsay comes to the plate for the Owls, first batter of the game for the home team. Taylor, the second baseman, Taylor Lindsay, first round draft pick for the Angels last year. And Lindsay comes in hitting .304 with a home run and 5 RBIs. 2 balls and 1 strike to Lindsay. Brian Peacock on the mound for the Chuckers, and that one's hit hard. It's tracked down, and the catch is made by the right fielder, Rooney Davis, for the Chuckers. So high and hard hit, but stays in the ballpark, and it's tracked down by the right fielder. So Idaho Falls with a 1-0 lead. Jones comes to the plate. Ryan Jones, the left fielder for the Owls. Chopper to the second baseman, who will throw him out at first. So Louis Peterson makes the play, and there's 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning. That will bring up C.J. Crone out of the University of Utah. The Owls used their first pick of the 2011 draft on Crone. He signed with the Angels about a week and a half or so ago, and he comes in red hot to start the season. That one's fouled off. Count goes to 0-2 with 2 out. That one's going to get through past first base into right field for a base hit. Crone hitting .333, and he has 2 home runs and 7 RBIs on the year. So the cleanup hitter, Caleb Cowart, last year's first round pick, swing and a miss there, and the count goes to 1-1. Two balls and 1 strike. Cowart hitting .403, 13 RBIs and a home run on the year. So Cowart's still hot, hitting over 400. That's a chopper foul. The runner on first, there are 2 out. Swing and a miss. Cowart strikes out. And the Owls end up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. So at the end of 1 complete inning, the score Idaho Falls 1 and Orem Owlz nothing.
You can drive down the cost of employee absences, tardiness, and health-related costs, including insurance. For more information, visit utcorporatewellness.com or call 801-938-5134. That's UT.
So looking around the Pioneer League, coming into tonight's games in the north, Billings Mustangs are 10-8. Helena Brewers and the Missoula Offspray both 9-9, 1 game out. And Great Falls Voyagers 10-8, only 2 games behind. So everybody's bunched up together there in the north. In the south, the Ogden Raptors off to a good start at 12-6, 3 games up on the Idaho Falls Chuckers, who are 9-9. Orem Owlz 8-10, 4 games out, and the Casper Go 7-11, and they're 5 games back. Here at home, Orem is 5-3, and on the road they're 3-7. They've lost 6 straight and gone 2-8 in their last 10 games. The Checkers, on the other hand, have gone 6-4 in their last 10 games, and they have surged ahead of Orem into second place. Orem in third here in the South Division. Usually One of the teams to watch every year in the Pioneer League is Orem Owlz, so don't count them out yet. They get things started with getting their pitching going, and they're going to be tough. So Odom still on the mound.
Leading up the second trip, Mark Drilltail.
Mark Threlkeld is the third baseman. He comes in hitting .226 with 8 RBIs, 1 home run on the year. That one's hit hard right at the center fielder. He bounces, can't pick it up. He'll throw to second. He's gonna be out at second base. So a nice throw from the center fielder. Drew Martinez. No, that was, well, it should have been a single and thrown out trying to make it into a double, but I don't know how they scored that. It looks like they didn't call it anything. That'll be hit to the shortstop. Hairgrove throws him out at second, and there's 2 out. So apparently when you hit a single and try to stretch it to a double and you get out, they don't give you a hit. At least that's not the way I would have scored it. But well, he hit it out to center, and when he tried to go to second, and they threw him out at second. So instead of giving him a single and then throwing out trying to get 1 extra base, they didn't give him a hit at all. So I don't know what you would call that.
I'm not the baseball gods there.
Me neither.
Those 2 different plays.
Yep. Sanford tries to bunt, takes the strike as he fouled it back, and it's no balls and 2 strikes with 2 out. Sanford comes in hitting .344 and the RBIs at 11. No home runs. The pitch by Odom is high for ball 1. So nobody out here. Drew Martinez had a long way to come to get that ball. Got a mitt on it, knocked it down, but he had to pick it back up and then threw to second to get the out against Threlkeld, and they didn't give Threlkeld the hit, so 2 out here early in the top of the second. Swing and a miss, and they're done in the top of the second. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left, or nobody left, and they didn't give Crone a base hit. Now it's changed. Now they put it up there. So they finally changed that so that Crone had his single recorded on the scoreboard. 1.5, it's the Chuckers 1 and the Owls nothing. Friday, July 8th. And on a Friday night, it's the Battle of the Birds. It's the Chuckers and the Owls. And not only is it the birds, they're both night birds. See what happens. Not going to be bad on my tooth. You just have to suck on it. I got those for you, but we can share them both. Brian Peacock on the mound for the Chuckers. And the Chuckers, or Peacock, comes in with a record of no wins, 1 loss, 3.6 ERA. He's given up 3 games. He has 2 starts. He's given up 15 hits, 8 runs, 6 of those earned in 15 innings. So Peacock will face Larson, Yakubik, and Haregrove. Bottom of the second inning in Orem, and it's a 1-0 lead for Idaho Falls. 1 ball, no strike count. Francis Larson at the plate, the catcher. And Larson comes in with a good start here in 2011. That one's fouled off. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Larson hitting .333 with 9 RBIs, 1 home run, and a .333 average for the catcher. That one's chopped to third, and the throw is there for the out. So Larson's out at first base as Threlkeld goes to Marino for the out, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Jared Yakubik. Yakubik hitting .278 with 5 RBIs, no home runs. That one's in there for a strike. Pitch by Peacock is hit to the shortstop. The throw across is there, just barely in time. So 2 up, 2 down for the Owls, and that'll bring up Trevor Haregrove, the shortstop. Haregrove got his pitching debut on the road last week. Came in the bottom of the 15th inning. Took the loss, but he's not even a normal pitcher. He's on the roster as a shortstop. Two balls and no strikes. Haregrove, and hitting .171. With 4 RBIs and a home run on the season. Two out, and that one's over for a strike, and it's 3-1. The 3-0 pitch is almost always a strike that is taken, and that's what happened there. That was a chopper. That's going to get through for a base hit as Haregrove right back up the middle into center field for a base hit, and the Owls have their second runner of the ball game. And that will bring up Drew Martinez, the center fielder, who made a good play to throw out Threlkeld at second base after he made a pretty good play in trying to get to that ball in the first place, a long run, and he was able to come in, make the play. A good arm for Drew Martinez at center for the Owls. Shows bunt. Takes a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Martinez batting from the left side. Watch that go over for a strike, and the count is 2 balls and a strike with 2 out. And Hairgrove at first base. Goes back over to first, not in time. So the left-hander delivers. That one's hit sharply, but right down the third base line, foul. And the count is full at 2-2. 2 out and a runner on. Owls down 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Martinez hitting .345 with 2 RBIs. Swing and a miss as he goes. He swings through it for a strikeout. Martinez down on strikes, and at the end of 2 complete. Idaho Falls 1 and Orem 0. Chuckers with 1 run on 1 hit. That was the home run on the second pitch of the game by the leadoff hitter, Tyler Chisholm. And the Owls have 2 hits.
It's great for fun for kids of all ages. The inflatable bounce house is available all night for just $3.
I'll bring up Lance Harper. Odom will face Harper, Liberto, and Chisholm here in the top of the third inning.
Turn to page 19 for today's ad of the day. Fans, with this coupon on page 19, you can buy 1 sandwich, get 1 sandwich free at Philippi.
Lance Harper will lead off at the top of the third inning. Odom has settled down after that second pitch of the game, went out of the ballpark. He hasn't given up anything since. So the catcher will step in, batting left-handed against the right hand of Logan Odom. That one's in there for a strike. So the count quickly 0-1 to Harper. Swing and a miss. He may have tipped that just a little bit there, but it count goes to 0-2. Comes the 0-2 pitch, and that one is just off the plate. And Harper behind in the count 1-2. That was going to be a chopper to the first baseman, who will step on the bag. Unassisted at first base is Jakubik, and they're quickly 1 away here in the top of the third inning. That'll bring up Michael Liberto. Liberto is the shortstop. He comes in hitting .387 with 1 RBI on the year. Bottom of the lineup for Idaho Falls. On deck is Chisholm. There, that one is in there for strike one. That one's hit hard. A beautiful catch. Going after that is the second baseman. Woo! Woo! Taylor Lindsay. And Lindsay, an excellent defensive second baseman for the Owls, makes the catch over his shoulder into shallow center field, and there's two down. That'll bring up Tyler Chisholm. Chisholm with the home run in his first at bat. Oh, and that hit him. Now that doesn't look good when you give up a home run in the next pitch. You hit him on the wrist. So Chisholm becomes only the second runner of the ball game for the Chuckers, and he's been on base shortly for both of the times that he was able to get on. The only ones that were able to get on were Chisholm in the first inning, and now with the hit batsman on first base. So Louis Peterson, he grounded out in the first inning. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Came in hitting .286. Chopper to the shortstop, who will step on the bag. They get the lead runner, and at the end of 2.5, score still 1-0, Idaho Falls. Chuckers with two. Chuckers with a 1-0 lead. 1 run on 1 hit, and the Owls no runs on 2 hits. Weird. So Peacock takes his warm-up pitches with a 1-0 lead. He will face the bottom of the lineup, Andrew Ray, the left fielder, and then back to the top at Taylor Lindsay, the second baseman, and Ryan Jones, the left fielder. First pitch is high for ball 1. He'll be awarded first base as he's hit. Looked like he was hit on the chest. Kind of stared down the pitcher before he went down to first. And apparently these birds don't like each other. Have to watch that through the game, see if this gets out of control. Taylor Lindsay comes to the plate hitting .382 with 9 RBI, 2 home runs, and 0 for 1 tonight. That one's fouled back. His first at bat, he flew out deep to center. The left-hander on the mound for the Chuckers, Brian Peacock. Lindsay batting left-handed. Over for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taylor Lindsay, the second baseman for the Owls. A chopper, that'll be foul, and everybody will go back. Ray on his way to second base. He'll come back, and Lindsay will pick up the bat once again with a 1-2 count. That one's in and through to left field. The right fielder throws it back in. Everybody stops, and 2 on for the Owls. With nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Owls' 3rd hit of the ball game, and that'll bring up Ryan Jones. Started the season at Cedar Rapids. There's the pitch. That's a awkward-looking bunt that'll go foul. It's almost too far. The 3rd baseman came up quickly and almost caught that. So if you're going to bunt with runners at 2nd and 1st, you're going to have to get it down a little bit more than that one. Little pop-up. Went down the 3rd base line. If it would have been a little deeper, it would have been caught. No balls and 1 strike to Jones, hitting .281. 9 RBIs, 1 home run here in Orem. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. And the stolen base, both runners moved up, and Jones didn't touch the ball, so both runners move to 2nd and 3rd with that hit and run on. Jones missed it, and his count goes to 0-2, but he's got 2 runners in scoring position now, with Crone and Cowart waiting on deck and in the hole. Count goes to 1-2 on Jones. Jones trying to add to that RBI total of 9. Tom Kochman, coaching over there at 3rd, had the hit and run on, and it worked perfectly. That one's bounced. Here comes the runner. And Owls score on the pass ball as it gets away from the catcher. Ray gets the run, and Lindsay moves up to 3rd. So we're all tied at one apiece. Swing and a miss there. Jones strikes out, but he got the job done. And what he wanted to do, moved the runners and ended up getting the run in on a wild pitch. So to add insult to injury, Ray gets hit, steals second, or goes to second on the hit by Lindsay. That one's going to be messed up. The error by the third baseman. Threlkeld with the error, and that will give the Owls the lead as Lindsay comes in. Crone ends up with his second single of the ball game. Wait, what was that last thing? Yeah, Crone got in on the air, and Cowart at the plate with a runner on first base. It's 2-1 Owls. Cowart hitting. That was hit hard. Is that long enough, far enough? Yes! A 2-run shot by Cowart, his second home run. Maybe his third. I think that was his third home run of the year. Cowart is hot right now as he brings in two. Crone and Cowart score, and it is now 4-1. All in this inning, 4 runs on 2 hits. Bases clear, 1 out. That was hit high. And that one is going to be caught in deep left center as Larson got most of that, got a little bit under it, and it carried to a deep part of the field and was tracked down by the left fielder, 2 out. And that will bring up Jakubik, the first baseman, hitting 270. So a good inning here in the bottom of the third for the Owls as they lead it 4-1. Jakubik watches that go down and in for ball 1. 5 RBIs on the year with no home runs. 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. Did he go around? They say yes, and it's a ball and a strike to Jakubik. Here comes the catcher for the Chuckers. Harper wants to talk to Peacock. Didn't take a long time doing it, just ran out there, gave a quick word, and he's back behind the plate. That one's into center field. Hits the... Well, they're going back to first. You got to be careful on that one. A good throw by the second baseman, but that ball hit the lip between the dirt and the outfield and kind of popped up and stopped. That'll be a hit for Jakubik, his first of the night, and that'll bring up Trevor Haregrove. 2 out and a runner on, already 4 in the inning. That one will get to the second baseman who will gather it up, throw over to first in time. That'll do it for the Owls in the third, but not before they get 4 runs on 3 hits. 1 error by the Chuckers and a wild pitch along with the hit batsman. So the Owls lead at 4-1 after 3 complete. First they gave him an error, then they changed it on the scoreboard so there's no error. Everything they do on that thing's wrong. You know what I mean? So a totally different ball game after the bottom of the third inning. Owls come up in the bottom of the third, trailing 1-0, and they go off the field or out to the outfield with a 4-1 lead for Logan Odom. Odom will face Espy, Marino, and Threkel.
You can win 2 2012 Orem Owlz season tickets, 1 game-worn retro 8-year-old jersey from the July 1st game, or 1 2011 Orem Owlz season tickets.
So I won't say it again.
Winners will be drawn and announced at our home game on August 25th. Back insurance, leader, Orem.
So the Chuckers' third baseman comes to the plate. Mark Threlkeld. He popped out in his first at-bat. Pitch by Odom is outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. And Dean Espy, the DH, has a 1-1 count on him, and he has a .305 batting average coming in. Tonight he's 0 for 1. 5 RBIs and 1 home run on the year. Just outside and low for ball 3. 3-1 to count to Espy. That one's fouled back, and it'll be a full count. 3-2. Here goes the 3-2 pitch. That one's hit hard, but it's right at the shortstop hair drove, and it's 1 out. Top of the 4th inning, and Henry Marino comes to the plate, hitting .279. He has our 8 RBIs. Marino, the first baseman. In there for a strike. Odom has looked very good on the mound after that first batter home run. And now he has a 3-run lead. There's the pitch, and that one swung on and tapped off. Marino flew out in his first at bat, 0-1 for the night. Held up, and the count goes to 1-2. That was just a little bit outside. The umpire behind the plate, David Marcos. That one will come down to the right fielder who makes the play. And they've got down 2 left fielders, so who's out there in right? Can you see a number? I don't know. I believe that the right fielder is Andrew Ray. He comes down with that catch, and there's 2 out. Mark Threlkeld hitting .226 with 8 RBIs, 1 home run, 1 for 1 tonight. And no balls, 2 strike count, nobody on. Pitch by Odom, swung on and missed. Catcher will pick it up, throw it to first in time for the out. So Threlkeld strikes out. At the end of 3 1/2, Orem 4 and the Chuckers 1. So Ryan Jones is in right field tonight. And Andrew Ray in left.
Hey, Owlz fans, I'm on the first base dugout. It's time to play the Daily Herald text promotion. Pull out your cell phones and text 724-665. Text OWL 724-665 for a chance to win a family 4-pack movie pass Cinemark. Family 4-pack movie pass Cinemark 724-665. Also, just a reminder, the bounce house is only $3 for the rest of the game. So if you have a little one, take them over there and bounce all game long for $3.
So as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, Drew Martinez, Andrew Ray, and Taylor Lindsay
Leading up the fourth for the Owlz, center fielder number 10, Drew Martinez.
So Drew Martinez, the center fielder, Andrew Ray, the left fielder, and Taylor Lindsay, the second baseman, due up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. There's the pitch by Peacock. Martinez showed bunt and then took a strike, 0-1. Martinez hitting .333, 0 for 1 tonight, and that one's fouled off. We count quickly, 0-2. Martinez struck out his first at-bat in the second. That one's hit high but shallow. The center fielder comes in to get that one, and Darian Sandford makes the catch. 1 out for the Owlz here in the 4th, and that will bring up Andrew Ray. Ray hitting .133. He was hit by the pitch, scored a run, and got a stolen base back in the 3rd inning. There's a swing and a miss. So officially for tonight, he is 0 for 0. That one's hit high. Center fielder going back. Comes down just before the warning track for the second out of the game is the center fielder out there. Sandford makes the catch. That will bring up the top of the order, Taylor Lindsay.
Got
it when I got home. Hits popped up straight, comes back. And the catcher runs out of room as the ball gets onto the screen. And no balls and a strike to Lindsay. Lindsay comes in hitting 390. He's 1 for 2 tonight. So right up around 392 for the batting average. There's the pitch right down the center of Broadway. It's 0-2. That one's fouled back as he stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes. Lindsay with a single back in the third, scored a run, stole a base, and strikes out there. Quick inning for Brian Peacock. 3 no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're through 4 complete, and Orem with a 4-1 lead over the Idaho Falls Chuckers. The Owls now with 6 hits and the Chuckers with 2. So we'll move to the top of the 5th inning. Rooney Davis, the right fielder, will lead off. He'll be followed by Sanford and Harper. Odom still on the mound. Good outing so far through 4.
The Perch is on the top floor just behind the height, and you can also shop online at shop.oremowlz.com. The Perch is sponsored by the Utah Bulldogs.
Al's trying to turn things around as they come off a very difficult road trip. They come back home. They lead at 4-1 here as Odom will face Davis, Sandford, and Harper. Rooney Davis hitting .412 with 10 RBIs and a home run. 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out as he leads off the top of the 5th. Odom still on the mound, giving up 1 run on 2 hits. Shows bunt and takes a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Davis. Davis, the right fielder. Another one in there for a strike. He thought he held up. The umpire said he went around. So quickly the count is 0-2. Little high and outside for ball 1. That one's out in the dirt, and the count is even at 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got him looking as he strikes him out. on the 2-2 pitch, right on the outside corner. And there's one down here in the fifth as we see the lightning and the rain coming from the southwest into Orem, coming from down by Payson and Santaquin, trying to disturb the baseball game here. Number 1, Darian Sandford. Haregrove has to hurry and gets him. Beautiful play. Is a chopper to the shortstop, and he throws it out over to Jakovic for the out. And Sandford has some wheels. He gets down there in a hurry, and Haregrove's able to make the play. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Lance Harper, the catcher, comes to the plate. 0 for 1 tonight. .235 average with 1 RBI. Swing and a miss there on an awkward looking swing for strike 1. That one's in right on the corner for strike 2. And right now, Logan Odom has, for the last 4 innings, have been dialed right in. In fact, ever since the first batter. That one's bounced. Did he go around? That would have been a strike in the dirt about a foot in front of the plate, but he called and said he didn't go around. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Harper. Odom's pitch swung on and missed for a strikeout. And quickly the Chuckers are done in the 5th through 4.5. What is he doing?
We've got 2 Owls fans here, Connor and Josh. I believe they both have Holly Dogs. And,
no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left at the top of the 5th inning. The score, end of 4.5, the score. Orem 4 and Idaho Falls 1. Coming up here in the bottom of the 5th for the Owls will be Jones, Crone, and Cowart. A combined 3 for 6 in the first 4 innings. Put on the scoreboard that the Chuckers scored a run.
And your Orem Owls.
And then they changed it.
Owls fans are coming up this Tuesday, July 12th. Come join tonight with the Owls as we hold our fans.
Some lightning down south may be headed toward us.
The 2011 NLB All-Star Game in Phoenix will be displayed on the video boards, and you get a $1 entrance fee for Owls fans with all proceeds donated to the Texas Camp Foundation.
Jones, the right fielder for the Owls tonight, has grounded out and struck out, so he comes up 0 for 2 tonight. To start off here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Jones comes into this one at 281, 9 RBIs and a home run. Pitch, Jones goes after it, showing bunt, called strike 1. So 0-1 quickly to Jones. Jones with a ground out and a strikeout. That one's in there for a strike. So Peacock, strong game through the first couple of innings, gave up 4 in the third with some help from errors. And he's come back strong in the next inning. Both teams have only scored in 1 inning. 1 in the first for the Chuckers, 4 in the third for the Owls. There's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. And the count goes to 2-2. So the count even as Jones digs himself a stance at the plate. That one is hit, and it's going to get down. Jones around first. Here comes the throw. It's not going to be nearly in time. And Jones turns that into a double, and then he looks like he's hurt with an awkward slide into second. And here comes Kochman and the trainer. Not sure what he did. May have caught his leg as he tried to dive into second base. Looks like he may have done something to that left knee. He'll stay at second base as he leads off the 5th with a double. 7th hit in the game for the Owls. And that is just speed on the base paths because he didn't hit that real far, but it was tailing away as it hit in fair territory in right field and made it into a tough play, but his speed got him to second base. That one is in there for a strike to Crone. Crone
You say his feet got into second base before he did?
Yeah, he dived back into second. He's getting up slow again. Talk about his speed to get to second. Now we've got to find out if he can stay there. Takes a bit of a lead. Shortstop creeping in behind him. Left-hand Peacock on the mound. Now the Chuckers playing some defense, trying to confuse the runner. First, the shortstop creeps in behind him, and then the second baseman runs over to second. There goes the runner. Jones is going to be safe. Oh, come on, he has to. You have to tag him. They called him out at third, but I saw the phantom tag. He was definitely had the ball at third base, but you have to tag the runner, and I didn't see it. Did you? 2 balls and a strike as they erase the base runner with the caught stealing at third. There's the slow roller to third base. They throw him out at first, and it's 2 down. I don't know. Caleb Cowart at the plate. Big cut there. He comes in 1 for 2 tonight with a .406 average 15 RBIs and 3 home runs on the season. That one's high and outside for ball 2. 2-1 with 2 out. Should be a runner at second base. Chopper is to second. The tough throw can't be caught by the first baseman, and that should be the second error of the game for the Checkers as Cowart gets on with the error. And they give him a hit. Oh, gee.
They're not marking any errors on the scoreboard.
I know, and they're not calling them right.
How about it, catcher number 18, Francis Larson.
Francis Larson, the catcher, comes to the plate. Big cut there for strike 1. Larson comes in with 1 home run on the year, and that swing was, I want number 2 right now. Chopper to second. They'll go to first for the 3rd out of the inning. They get out with no runs on no hits and an error. 2 left, or 1 left. At the end of 5 complete, Orem lifts a 4-1 lead over the Idaho Falls Checkers. We'll go to the top of the 6th with the Owls with a 3-run lead.
Connect Share is a highly effective executive networking company. The difference in Connect Share versus any other network improves the efficiency easy for executives to share and receive qualified connections. Connect Share's members are business owners, executives, and they receive tremendous benefits from membership. Please go to connectshare.com to learn more. You can also find Connect Share members accepting future quarterly in Utah Business Magazine. Ben, did you pick up your copy of Owlz Illustrated today? Direct your attention to your
Liberto, Chisholm, and Peterson due up here in the top of the 6th.
And thank your attention, please. Barry Brown. Please report to Media Box B. Barry Brown. Please report to Media Box B.
So we're through 5 complete. So if the threatening rain from the south gets here, the Owls are in good shape at the moment. Owls with 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Checkers 1 run on 2 hits and 2 errors. Leading off here in the top of the 6th is Michael Liberto. Liberto is the shortstop, 0 for 1 tonight with a flyout. Just off the plate. 2-0 is the count. Pitch by Odom in the dirt for ball 3. That one's hit hard and right over the shortstop for a base hit. The big turn at first is Liberto will go back. Base hit to start the sixth. And that'll bring up the top of their order. Tyler Chisholm, the left fielder. Home run, his first at bat of the top of the first inning, first batter of the game. In the third, he was hit by the pitch. That one's a pop-up. First baseman will make the play. And Yakubik gets the first out of the inning, one down as Chisholm pops out, and that'll bring up Luis Peterson. Peterson with 4 RBIs on the year is hitting .286. Liberto takes off, gets to second. He'll be credited with a stolen base. The throw was not made as it popped out of the catcher's mitt from Larson. So a runner at second base. There's the chopper to third. Looks the runner back, goes to first, and gets the out. 2 down without the runner going on to third base. So a good job by the third baseman, Caleb Cowart, to keep the runner on second base. And that steal saved him a double play. That could have easily been a double play ball. But instead they have 2 out with the runner on second base and Dean Espy at the plate. Espy hitting .305 with 5 RBIs and a home run on the year. In there for a strike. Orem seemingly on cruise control. There are 2 out here in the 6th. There's the pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. Runner on second as the Chuckers down by 3. Orem steps off the rubber and goes back. There's the pitch, out in the dirt as Larson makes the nice play on the ball. Runner goes back to second base. Runner at second is Liberto, the shortstop. Espy at the plate with a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, struck him out swinging. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left at the end of 5 1/2. The Chuckers won and Orem Owlz 4 with a 3-run lead coming into the bottom of the 6th inning. The Owls will stand up. Yakubik, Haregrove, and Martinez. And if anyone gets on, Andrew Ray, the bottom of the order. So Owls with a 3-run lead would want some insurance here as we get to the later half of the ball game. Both starting pitchers still on the mound as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Brian Peacock has given up 4 runs on 7 hits. So Jared Jakubik, the Owls first baseman, leading off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 for 2 today with a single in the 3rd. That pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Pitch by Peacock is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 to Jakubik. Called strike. Strike Jakubik tried to held up, but it was over for strike 2. The Idaho Falls Chuckers is the affiliate of the Kansas City Royals. Right down the 3rd base line, fair, and that'll be at least a single. Here comes the throw, not in time. And Jakubik turns that into a double to lead off the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting the shortstop, number 6, Trevor Hairgrove.
So the shortstop, Trevor Hairgrove, will step to the plate with the runner in scoring position and nobody out. Right down the 3rd base line. Bunt, beautiful laid bunt. Moves the runner over, and Hairgrove is thrown out at first on the fielder's choice, but he gets the sacrifice bunt. Moves the runner to 3rd, and Jakubik is 90 feet away with 1 out. Drew Martinez, the center fielder. Martinez, some stellar plays in the outfield. Tonight he is 0 for 2. Came in hitting .333, he's averaged .323 with no RBIs. Said he went around for strike 1. So the umpire exchanges balls. Mini conference at the mound. Now they'll get back to work. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning with the runner on 3rd base and Drew Martinez at the plate. Infield playing in. And that ball is high. 2-1. Chuckers playing up. There goes the runner in a squeeze bunt. That'll be a sack bunt. Throws out a first, but he gets the RBI. So Martinez gets the run in. So Yakovic started it off with a double. Haregrove moved him over to third with the sack bunt. And then the squeeze bunt scores Yakovic from third base. So Martinez gets the RBI. And the Owls lead it now 5-1 over the Chuckers. Here in the bottom of the sixth, 2 out. Andrew Ray at the plate, bottom of their order. 1 run in. And the left fielder steps to the plate. There's the pitch, and that one is just outside, but swung on and missed. And now it looks and smells like rain. 0-2 pitch outside for ball 1. Is it coming down? Swing and a miss. The catcher will throw him out at first. That'll do it for the Owls, but not before they get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. So through 6, it's Orem 5 and the Chuckers 1. We move to the top of the 7th as the Owls try to turn things around here at home. And it just dropped about 5 degrees in temperature.
Thanks for spending your special day right here. Over the weekend homestead.
The breeze feels cooler than me than it was.
We promise great baseball and great time every day.
Still Odom.
So number 25, the new pitcher will come in. That is Danny Reynolds. 6.14 ERA, 1-1 record in 7 1/3 innings. So in 6 innings, Odom gives up 1 run on 3 hits. Very good outing for the Owls starter as he gives way now to Danny Reynolds. So Logan Odom, as he goes to the bench out of Central Point, Oregon, and he last played at USC, 8th round draft pick in the 2011 draft. He'll be relieved by Danny Reynolds. Reynolds, a right-hander at 6 foot, 170 pounds, out of Las Vegas, Nevada. 6th round draft pick in 09, and he was here last year. comes in with a 4-run lead. Starts it off with Marino. Did that hit him or the bat? I don't know. That looked like it hit something because it changed direction.
Sounded.
Marino comes in with 279 average with 8 RBIs. That one's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. 91 miles an hour for the hard-throwing Reynolds. That's going to get down in center field for a base hit. Throw brought back in by Martinez. So the first batter that Reynolds faces here in the 7th inning on with a base hit, and that'll bring up Mark Threlkeld, 1 for 2 tonight, 226 average. In there, it looked like a strike, called ball.
It's split it into center or it's easier.
Yeah. That extra L throws me off. Reynolds' pitch is just low, and the count goes to 2-0. That one's hit high, trailing it. Foul territory, and the catch is made for the out. A long run for the second baseman, Taylor Lindsay. Lindsay makes the catch as Jones goes over from right field, but that catch was made in foul territory by the second baseman for the first out of the inning, with a runner on first. There goes the pitch by Reynolds, and that one's foul off. Threlkeld pops out, and Davis at the plate. Davis hitting .412. Is 0 for 2 tonight. 10 RBIs and a home run. Chop foul. That one may have gone off his right ankle. So Rooney Davis with a runner on and 1 out, 0-2 count. Owlz outfield playing back, looking for the double play ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Reynolds comes in, does a job right there. And it's 2 down. And Darian Sanford will come to the plate. Sanford is hitting, or tonight is 0 for 2. Reynolds comes set. In there for a strike. 2 out and a runner on first. In there for a strike as the rainbow pops up in the east, southeast, straight from the batter's box to right field. There goes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Struck it out. 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left. And in 7th inning stretch time with the Owls up 5-1 at home. Due up here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Owls, it's Lindsey, Jones, and C.J. Crone. Together tonight they are 4 for 9. And it's number 22 that is the new pitcher as Peacock gives way in the 7th. Edwin Carl. So Lindsey steps in. Peacock ended up giving up 5 runs on 8 hits. Lindsey steps up with 1 for 3 for the day with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs on the year. Swing and a miss on an awkward swing there for a 1-1 count. There's the pitch, and that one's fouled back. Lindsey, the second baseman, and this Orem Owlz team is hungry for a win tonight. When Lindsey strikes out, so there's 1 down here in the top of the bottom of the 7th inning. That'll bring up Ryan Jones. Jones doubled and scored in the 5th. We got a run there. So Jones tonight is 1 for 3. Hitting .288. Jones is out of Wichita, Kansas. That was a pop-up going into fair territory, and the catch is made. A nice play out there by the left fielder. And there's 2 down. So Jones last played with the Rapid City Colonels. Crone, the University of Utah product out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Came really close to him.
No balls, and one strike, and here comes the ball back here and bouncing off the roof. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. Nobody on. Crone tonight with a single. Got on with an error and scored a run. That one's going to get past the first, or the catcher on the strikeout, and they record the out at first. That'll do it for the Owls in the 7th. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Nobody left. And we're through 7 complete with the score Orem 5, Idaho Falls 1. So did Crone.
And Owls fans, you have the opportunity to especially throughout the season. Download, get in on the popular smartphone or square. Check in to get you home with the Owls to unlock special events going on during the weekend. Visit the services to apply or go to foursquare.com.
Look at that rainbow. The rainbow is straight down.
So,
That went right over the
coming up
mountains.
here in the top of the 8th,
Harper and Berto and Chisholm.
so Escobar coming in for Lance Harper, number 41. We got him for 0-1. He came in their last up and struck out. So the catcher's 0 for 2 tonight. Abdul Escobar. And the wind starts kicking up here in the top of the 8th inning. So Reynolds on the mound. That's going to be a chopper to third. Picked up by Cowart, and he throws him out at first. This game will get in the books, but it's threatening.
Look at the clouds down on Nebo.
Starting to kick up from the winds right now as Michael Liberto steps to the plate. 1 RBI on the year, 1 for 2 tonight with a single, stole a base and flew out. In there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch to Liberto is swung on and fouled back. Count goes to 0-2. Pitch by Reynolds, just high for ball 1. Hit hard, but little bit of a run over into right field, and Ryan Jones makes the play. There's 2 out, and we're back to the top of the order. Tyler Chisholm, he homered in his first at bat at the top of the lineup, And that has been it for the Chuckers so far in this ball game. 1 run on 4 hits and 2 errors. In there for a strike. So Chisholm took his second pitch and went deep with it, and the Owls have shut him out since. So some good pitching here tonight for the Owls. 1-1 on the count to Chisholm. That one's hit hard, but it's going to be caught by the left fielder, and that'll do it. It wasn't hit quite as hard as it sounded like, but due up in the bottom of the 8th, Cowart, Larson, and Jakubik. So in the top of the 8th inning, the Chuckers, they get no runs on no hits and no errors. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th with Orem up 5-1.
Right over Mason.
Edwin Carl still on the mound, working in the bottom of the 8th. Cowart, Larson, and Jakubik for the Owls. The 4th, 5th, and 6th batters in the lineup. Cowart 1 for 2 tonight with a home run and 2 runs scored. A swing and a miss there for strike 1. That one's hit. The wind doing tricks with that ball is the right fielder comes in and makes the play, but not without some dancing out there before it comes down. So Cowart flies out. Francis Larson, the catcher for the Owls. Owls defense stellar tonight, giving up 4 hits and no errors. Chopper down the left field, or down the left field line. Larson with a swing and a miss for strike 2. Larson holds up on that swing, and it's 1-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Chopper up the middle, the second baseman makes the play, and there's 2 out. Peterson gets it over to Marino at first, and there's 2 down in the Owls' 8th. Jared Jakubik, the first baseman, steps to the plate. 2 out, nobody on, and that one is low for ball 1. That pitch is 75-mile-an-hour curveball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Out of Ohio, he last played in the California League in the Inland Empire, the 66ers in San Bernardino. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. A 5-1 lead for the Owls in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch is in there for a strike. He struck him out looking. Quick work for Carl pitching for the Chuckers, and we go to the 9th inning with a 5-1 Orem lead.
Fans, we want to let you know what's coming up the rest of the weekend right here at the Harmony Hour. Saturday is
8:57 in a short game. This game isn't quite 2 hours long, and unless the Chuckers can get 4 or more runs here in this inning,
Probably trying to get ahead of the rain.
they might get out of here before it gets too bad. It's cooled down and the wind has picked up, but it hasn't started raining yet. We are in the 9th inning with Shane Waller going to the mound. Two innings for Reynolds, no runs on 1 hit. So Shane Waller comes in, and he just needs 1 inning of good work here to get him out of this game and get rid of that 6-game losing streak. Waller out of Briceville, Florida. Teammate of Daniel Vargas Villa, both out of University of West Florida. Vargas Villa is out of Jacksonville. So Waller comes in out of Briceville, Florida to try to wrap this up. Waller with a 1-0 record. His ERA is 1.13. He's pitched in 4 games. He's got 1 save and pitched 8 innings. In those 8 innings, he's given up 1 run. So, leading off here in the top of the 8th inning is Louis Peterson. Pitched by Waller, over, swung on and missed for strike 1 or 2. What? So who's number 40 then? No, it's this, Shane Waller. Just off the plate. Two count with nobody on. He struck him out on the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 down here in the 9th inning as Waller has 1 save. Can't get the save here with a 4-run lead. That will bring up Dean Espy, the DH. Tonight he is 0 for 3. strikeout and 2 pop-outs. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. If Waller can get out of this inning without giving up a run, his ERA will be 1.0. No record and 1 save. Bounces in there. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. No, he has a 1-0 record, not a no record. 1 win, 1 and no losses, and 1 save for Shane Waller. That one's hit high, but the center fielder calls off everybody, makes the play, and that's Drew Martinez.
I picked it up. Alright.
Thanks. The center fielder comes in, makes the play. There's 2 out, and Henry Marino down to the last chance for the Chuckers. Over for a strike. No balls and a strike to Marino. Marino went for 3 tonight with a single back in the 7th. Swing and a miss. They might be down to their last strike right here. Marino with an 0-2 count. Waller trying to slam the door. 0-2 pitch, just fouled back. Stay alive.
This guy saw that.
So close.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody on. Swing on and a miss. He struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. And that'll do it for the ball game. And a home sweet home for the Owls. They come off a hard road trip with 6 straight losses. They come home, get the win, 5-1 over the Idaho Falls Chuckers. They're tied for 2nd in the South of the Pioneer League. The Owls with 5 runs on 8 hits. The Chuckers with 1 run on 4 hits, 2 errors. And the final score here in Orem. Orem Owlz 5 and Idaho Falls Chuckers 1. Highlights in the game, the home run by Chisholm to start it. The home run by Cowart. A couple of good sacrifice bunts. And a wild pitch that scored a run. The Owls come away victorious with a 5-1 win. This is Stephen Willis, Utah Valley Sports Network, here in Orem at the home of the Owls. Join us each and every game on the internet. And then join us for the high school game of the week in football and basketball and the other sports we can get in there. This is Utah Valley Sports Network. I'm Stephen Willis. Thank you for joining us.